Hey, shalom, guys. Right now, I want to discuss a dream that I had last night, and this message is for anyone, anywhere, or this can relate to anyone. It's a message to those, to whoever this belongs to. So, in the dream I had, these two people created a crime scene, and they called the cops on me. And when the cops came, they were smiling and laughing at me, and a lot of cops came. So then the cops came, they bust open the door, and the two people that lied on me and created the crime scene pointed the finger at me, saying, "There he is, there he is." And the cop, he was like a chief. He was a real big man. And he looked at me, he looked at them, and then he says, "Okay, I'll be right back." So then I'm looking out the window. The two people who lied on me are looking out the window, and there's police everywhere. I mean, it's like, whoo. So then the cop guy returns with reinforcements. And the people that lied on me and created a crime scene and blamed me for it are laughing and smiling. Then the cops grabbed one of them that created the false crime scene, put handcuffs on him and took him away. And he said to the other one, "We're going to get you next." So what I'm saying is that if there's someone out there that's trying to create a false crime scene, trying to create a false narrative to have you arrested, the cops, the officers, they understand that you're being set up, and they're letting the people set you up so they can arrest them for trying to set you up. So don't worry about anything. There's not at this point in time. There's nothing that you can do when you have people that are using your voice and your image to commit crimes. The only thing you can do is just pray to the Most High, send the righteous judge. And in the dream I had, the people that created the false crime lied on me and called the police. They were laughing at me. They thought that I was going to go to jail. And I was willing to go to jail for the sake of righteousness. But the cop came in, he looked at all of us, he said, "I'll be right back." He came back with more police officers, and he arrested he arrested both of them that created the false crime and blamed me. So if there's someone out there that's trying to set you up and create a false narrative about you, the cops are letting them do it so that they can arrest them for those crimes. So don't worry. At this point in time, you cannot stop someone from taking your voice and creating a bullshit audio. You cannot stop someone from finding someone who fits your identical bill and having that person dress up like you and do heinous shit to blame you for. You cannot stop it. The police know what's going on. This can relate to anybody, whether it's past or the future. The police know what's going on, and they're purposely letting these people try to set you up so that they can arrest the people for setting you up. Now, you can be in a scenario where you have a doppelganger. A doppelganger is someone who dresses and acts just like you. You can have a doppelganger who's committing crimes, and the people will try to blame you for it, but the police, they know it's not you. Okay? So the plan that the people have is going to backfire. Like I said in the dream, they set me up, created a false crime, called the cops, the police came, and they were smiling and laughing. They thought that I was going to go to jail. I thought I was going to go to jail. Because, who's going to believe me? He's just a poor schizophrenic man living with his mother. But when there's people watching from the outside in, you can be schizophrenic and have a mental illness, but someone that's watching from the outside in can also see that you're being targeted. So even though people say, well, he's schizophrenic, so who's going to defend him? There's people watching from the outside that will plead for you. Saying, yes, this guy has a mental illness, but these people are actually egging it on and they're doing things and creating crimes and blaming him for it. You can be in a scenario where someone's pretending to be you and go murder somebody. And then the person that they murdered is someone that's in the dark web that's very powerful. Now that person in the dark web wants to kill you, but you didn't do the murder. You didn't do anything. But you're being blamed because you have a doppelganger. But then the police will go to that person in the dark web and says, "No, this is a doppelganger. He didn't do it." And then people in the dark web are like, "Oh shit, he didn't do it. We was going to kill this guy." You see, so the Most High, when you're in a position like this, there's nothing you can do, especially if you have a diagnosis. Only thing you can do is just pray for mercy on your behalf and pray for mercy on the people that's attacking you, because the judgment that awaits someone that tries to destroy your character, that's not even destroy your character, but tries to make you mentally insane, the judgment that awaits them is something far worse than death, because trying to drive someone to the brink of insanity by your resources and your influence is worse than killing someone once. When you try to drive someone to the brink of insanity, you kill them every day. The punishment for those who do things like this is going to be so severe that you're going to pray for these people. You're going to feel sorry for these people. It's one thing to kill someone, but it's another thing to drive someone utterly insane. That's evil and that's wrong, and that this is a severe punishment. Jesus Christ, Hamashiach Yahushua said this. He said, offend not one of these little ones that believe in me. Some of these people didn't try to offend. Offending is one thing. He said, don't offend them. But to make one of these little ones go insane is far worse than offending someone. Christ said, offend not one of these little ones who believe in me, for if you do, it's better that you just drown yourself. You see, when Christ spoke, people don't understand that he was a man of peace and love, but he's saying if you push the line, the punishment that awaits you is going to be worse than death. That's what Christ is saying, but no one wanted to listen to him. Why? Because he was labeled with a diagnosis. He was called mentally insane. He was called, whenever he did something in power and glory and miracles, they called him the devil. No one listened to him. The women were weeping behind Christ when he was carrying the cross. And Christ said, don't weep for me, but weep for your children, because the things that's coming to this earth, you're going to wish the mountains will fall on them. This is Christ saying, you're going to wish your children were dead, you're going to wish you were dead. If you offend any of these people that believe in me, you might as well just drown yourself in the sea. Christ is not talking about death. Christ is talking about extreme torture. That's why I'm grateful that the Most High didn't put the spirit on me to do evil. I'm grateful that the Most High punishes me to where I can recover again. I'm very grateful. I'm merciful. I pray for those who hate me, because understand that I've broken laws in the Old Testament that requires death, but I'm still living. And I've broken laws in the Old Testament to where people were still attacking me, and the Most High didn't let them destroy me. So truly and certainly that we live by the grace of Hamashiach Yahushua. Certainly we live by the grace of Jesus Christ. But for those that push the line and don't stop when they're warned time and time again, the most Christ is basically saying is, it's better that you kill yourself. Christ also said that they're going to be thrown into darkness where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Christ is telling you there's going to be extreme torture for those that do evil. This is why Christ says, look, don't worry about people that want to kill you. They can kill you only once. I'm telling you, the Father's going to bring extreme torture where people wish they were dead. Pontius Pilate's wife had a dream of this extreme torture, and she was terrified and went to Pontius Pilate, her husband, and said, please don't execute this man. Don't do it, please, I beg you. And you want to know why the generation of curses? The people said, no, put his blood on us and our children. They rather a murderer be loose than a man who just preached of a kingdom coming. And they suffered for it. They suffered for it. Offend not one of these little ones that believe in me. But some people, they didn't want to offend. They wanted to drive to utter insanity. If you kill someone, you kill them once. But when you purposely use all your power and you use all your passion to make someone go insane, you kill them every day. What about that person's family? What about their children, man? These kind of people are. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do something like this to my worst enemy, man. I'll forgive someone if they literally stabbed me in the back. I'll forgive them. But some of you people are pure fools. You're not even evil. You're a fool, because even evil has wisdom. A lot of you individuals are just fools, man. You just want to destroy yourself to where you can't recover nor rise again. And then when the punishment comes, after a while, you're going to break down and realize you made a foolish mistake, but there's not going to be no mercy, because you didn't have mercy on that person. No mercy, even when you were warned. And when you got hurt, you rose up to, when you recovered from your punishment, you rose up again to attack this person. And then when you were punished for attacking this person, you rose up again to attack this person. I tell you right now, there's a certain situation, guys, you're going to be in that only the Most High can save you in. Just like in the dream I had, these people set up a false crime, they blamed me for it, called the police came, and the police arrested them because the police knew what they were doing. The police probably had them bugged in a wiretap, and the police said, get ready to call us to arrest Al when Al's innocent. So we're going to arrest them instead. The plot twist is crazy. It's wonderful. They killed someone as a part of the dark web that's very powerful, blamed me for it, But the higher ups went to the person in the dark web and said, no, he didn't do it, this person did it. David said this, man, the people, they dig a trap for you, but they're going to fall into it. They dig a hole for you, right? And when the hole was big enough for a human to fall into it, okay, they digged it too deep. The ladder couldn't reach the ladder couldn't get them out of it. And they cried there for help, 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 help. They cried there, help, 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 and no one came to help them. But we're living in a world to where if someone does evil to you and they get punished severely for it, you become the bad guy. How the fuck he become the bad guy? He didn't do anything. He was attacked and they got punished by the Most High. They start blaming you, saying that you're the evil one. Someone could have tried to have you starve to death, then the Most High said, now you're going to starve to death, and they blame you for starving to death. When they tried to starve you to death. They tried to starve you to death because they couldn't kill you. Because they tried killing you and it didn't work. So they said, we'll just starve you to death. Then the Most High turned the tables and starved them to death. And then people want to create false crimes and have you arrested, and then the Most High put the spirit on the government to realize what the hell is going on. This is a sick world we live in, man. Very sick. But like I said, in the dream, these people created a crime scene, blamed me for it, called the cops. The cops came and arrested them and not me. And the cops gave me a reward. Sorry you had to go through this. Because these are individuals that are in law enforcement. These are individuals that have influence, that are using their influence, power, and resources to create false narratives. To turn a person into a criminal, so they can receive taxpayer dollars. It's criminals. Criminals, man. There's nothing but criminals. All right. People are nothing but criminals, man. Using their influence, their power, and their status to create false narratives to get more taxpayer dollars to create crimes. So the Most High is privy to it. Now, I don't know who this message is for. If you can be going through something right now to where you're being falsely accused, just hang on, hanging tight. This message, this could have already happened. Someone could have already went through this, and this is the end result. Someone could be going through this. When you listen to me speak, don't think I'm targeting anyone. You know, when you look at the Bible, some of the prophets, they prophesy for things to come in 1,000 years. So when you look at prophets, who's a good example? Who's a good example? Jonah is a great example. Jonah said Nineveh is going to be destroyed, but it wasn't. So is Jonah a false prophet? No, the prophecy it's going to come, but not yet. It came after Jonah passed away. Another prophet, Elijah, he said that he prophesied of a certain destruction, and then when Elijah went to heaven, and a couple generations later, one of the kings did exactly what Elijah said, and after the king accomplished what Elijah said, he said, do this, do that, destroy this, destroy that, so the words of Elijah can be accomplished. So I can be saying something, people laugh, oh, everything you say has nothing to do with what's going on. You people got to understand that this we don't live, when you're prophesying or you're saying a message given to you, you don't live in this time and space. This message can be in the past, present, or future. That's why you gotta wear what shoe fits. You know what I'm saying? Someone could say America's going to be destroyed before it became America. You person, what the hell are you talking about? Someone can say that women are going to wear pants, okay, before pants were invented. They're going to say, what the hell are you talking about? Then that person passes away, and generations come by, women don't wear pants yet. Now women wear pants. So for you people out there that may be listening, don't take the message and say he's crazy. No, you got to think. Someone's been through what I just said, and someone's going to go through what I just said, and someone's going through what I just said. But what I'm saying also too is that the Most High is going to protect you. He's going to protect you. So don't worry about it. People will use your words and say, everything that he's saying doesn't make sense. This guy's crazy. You guys need to read your Bibles. Everyone called the prophets crazy because they were talking about things they can't see. And then it happens. Tomorrow is invisible, but it will come. Just because you can't see what I'm saying doesn't mean it's not going to come. Even though with delay, it's going to come. But like I said in this dream, people falsely accused me, called the police on me, were laughing at me, thought I was going to be arrested. The cop came and arrested them, and then gave me a reward. Because the people that were attacking me were people that were in a high level of power and authority, and they were using their influence and resources to create a false narrative in my life so that they can get paid for a person that they created. And then other people in the government are infuriated because they actually believe that I was this person they made me out to be. But the Most High will protect you if you're innocent, man. If you're innocent, he will protect you, man. Mark my words, he will protect the innocent. But don't worry, you'll be safe. They think you're going to jail, but they're going to jail. And the police know they lied. And the dark web know that you was framed.